Oh, he might have like been on and stepped away.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very
I
existence
just
is
saw what
a
he said too.
cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Florida State Seminoles. Taking on another SEC rival, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So Florida State's offense will take the field first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Noles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And this is why it's so important, David, to get the run game going, because it sets up play action and gives them an opportunity to take these types of shots down the field.
And it's just so hard because as a defensive lineman, when you give the play action, I'm thinking run, I'm playing run, slows that pass rush down just enough and sucks those linebackers up, make those passing windows so much bigger. Nice job by the offense.
The running back has it. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Buying some time. Pulls it in. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Oh, they're after him. He's got it on the move.
Oh, sick.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Washington Huskies offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Off play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. He holds it in and nobody's close. And he just kept running and he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Ooh.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Landry. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. He gets it so close to the first down marker.
Oh, they're going to go for it.
It's going to be a touch short.
Well, 3rd down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got 4th and very short. And what do the analytics say to do here, Coach?
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Huskies headed quickly to the line.
I know there's a lot of people out there when they see 4th and inches, they're thinking QB sneak, push, but not this offense. They've got conventional ways. They can turn around, hand the football off, and rip off an explosive play like they did there.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Peters. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking downfield, it's Landry.
Step in front of it.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every...
Oh, he's got some space.
Good
And
run.
he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Utah is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Utes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the air, it's Landry. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Washington right back to the line. Trying play action. He'll loft one deep down the left side.
Okay. Oh,
You
had it.
Just trickled through his fingers. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his moves the Florida State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the Knowles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? Your man.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rudolph. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge first down on 3rd and long.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Trying to find the end zone. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. This is a design run. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Landry. Works the middle of the field. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Fire into the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his target down the middle. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Offense in an empty set. Gonna look downfield again. Bringing the heat. Buys a little extra time. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Puts it out of the air.
I'm in the second quarter right now.
Gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Oh,
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
oh wow.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
This guy is
Oh, Washington is ass.
Second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
I mean, I'm scoring at will. I've got 35 in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball
It's a lot for me.
to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over. but
Even
they
throwing
will
out some
be
Caleb
efficient
Miller
in
out
the
here,
final
giving
2
him some
minutes.
reps.
Back to pass, it's Landry. Got a man. He breaks a tackle. And a good job.
You got the better quarterback in the portal.
After just a few. Washington wants to go quickly. Second down, he'll throw it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Uh-oh.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
It's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Like a lot of motion
Timeout
stuff.
call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Washington sends out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also...
And the pressure gets him back.
First warning.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups.
Does that make it 10 and 12?
They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side.
Man, I can't make field goals.
Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle.
And the Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out Washington got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Right, he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
On the move, he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. The Seminoles have it back to try to get that offensive spear flaming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw it.
Oh, he's late letting us out.
Knocked down at the 42. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember.
Oh, what a pass.
He slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Knowles!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson.
How did he get out of that?
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quick release by the QB. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to pass. It's Landry. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone from the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4. And we are
so close to breaking off a piece of my back.
Way 4 yards out to the 30. The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And that's a nice third down
refrain from doing it.
And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. You know where to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air.
Oh, hang on to it.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rush is on him. And here's a
Oh, boy. Oh.
Offense scoops it up and still going.
Ah.
Stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could.
He's got him on the right side. Great job by the receiver to get the foot down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last
2 feet
play.
in. That was an NFL catch.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
I was about to ask you your score. You said it was 14-7?
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Oh, yeah.
It's Landry. Calls it in. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
You said he was Tech.
They'll run it to the right side. Ripping off a pretty good chunk
Oh yeah, I figured that they would kind of get us.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Right back to the well.
I've only played with them at,
They get
I don't know,
around, and that'll be the
once or
final play of this
twice.
third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game.
As Alabama?
Continue, or is this a comeback?
Because I used Bama's playbook in one league, and I don't remember that one. What's the formation called? Oh, okay, yeah.
Motion from the wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a
Good
completion,
grief.
they lost yardage.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
I got you.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he
You said
goes
it's
at
14-13?
This quarterback has been under duress all game
Oh.
long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
He's got his man, makes the grab.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And it's good from 58 yards.
In the third or the fourth?
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Okay.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last
Right.
drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive.
Okay, yeah,
Now
yeah,
here
yeah.
They come on 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him
Because I like Bama's playbook. They've got some good stuff in there.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Be careful
You just
there,
gotta
Porters.
execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They want that clock to run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Knowles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Cavazos. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Seminoles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
What do you do?
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? The give to the tailback.
So like a pant?
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And while this game is all but
Never know what can
decided,
happen.
the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Here he comes from inside his own. Just keeps moving. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability